Hi guys, this is Mansi and welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to do a very different video on this channel which I haven't done like ever. So I was scrolling down my YouTube feed and seeing all these makeup tutorials for Valentine's Day which were pink based and like red colors and all the hues which are relatable to the Valentine's theme. So my mind went to some other direction, that what if we are doing just a chilled out Netflix and chill kind of date, and I still want to look polished, I still want to look cute, and I know that things are going to happen. So what kind of makeup I'm going to wear? Although I'm single, so I was just all making it up in my mind, but I know there are so many girls out there who want to dress up for their bae, for that Netflix and chill kind of date which they have been waiting for since a long while. So I thought, why not to do a video on makeup which is transfer proof and actually boyfriend friendly, on depending upon what guys like and what guys don't. So my whole research is based on the compliments I have got on my makeup, because I wear makeup most of the time, like when I'm out. So guys do tend to compliment me or tell me things that this is looking nice or this looks unnatural or something weird is there on your face. So that's how I have calculated all the things which I have done today. So I thought of sharing it all with you guys so that you can do it for Valentine's Day and go to your bae and make love to them. I know this is getting a little bit too romantic, but still, it's Valentine's Day. We are here to spread love and to love ourselves. And also, this is not a video telling you that this is only what you should do if you want to, if you want your guy to like your face. If they really love you, they're gonna like you in any shape or form. So yes, this is just a fun video and an informative one too. This is not just for Valentine's Day. You can actually do this for the days where you want your makeup to last longer and don't transfer on to the people you hug or kiss. So without any more blabbering, let's get on to the video. So first of all, we are going to apply a primer, and you can use a primer which is mattifying, and just avoid silicone based primer if you have oily skin, because silicone based primer tend to slip and slide the foundation over it. So I basically don't recommend you using something which is very heavily silicone based. You can use something like Maybelline Master Prime. This has silicone in it, but it's in the liquid form, so it won't make the foundation slip and slide. Also moisturize my face, done my skincare routine, and now I'm going to apply the primer generously. So now my skin is primed, and as you can see, I have lots of imperfection to be perfected. So moving on, I want to clarify something about foundation and what guys like and what guys don't like. So guys tend to notice when you change your literal skin tone with the foundation. I've seen many girls who apply like 3 times lighter foundation than their skin tone, thinking that the guy wouldn't know because they don't know about makeup. But the point is that it looks unreal to them that your body is like this color and your face is like 10 times lighter than that. And also have seen this a lot, that guys prefer a face which looks matte rather than shiny. If it looks shiny to them, they will be like, again, that it looks unreal and unnatural to them. So stick with something which is mattifying and exactly your skin tone. You just want to correct all the imperfection and not hide your skin behind the foundation or the concealer. And for today, I am just going to use a concealer to conceal all the, what do we say, imperfection, and also I will show you one technique to make it last longer and use very little product so that it doesn't transfer, because the whole point of applying the base is to make it transfer proof and not to leave your whole face on your boyfriend t-shirt. So yes, I am going to use this concealer. I know it looks really ancient history era time, but this is like my favorite concealer, and trust me on this that I can't do my foundation without this concealer, and I have to buy a new one, but I'm such a broke ass bitch that I still have to think 100 times before buying this concealer. So now you want something which is stiff and dense. Okay, sorry. You want a brush which looks like this, like which has smaller surface area to cover, so that you can actually go into the areas where you need the coverage rather than covering your whole face with the foundation, because you don't have to apply concealer or foundation, whatever you are using, all over the face, because it will just make it look heavy, and that is exactly we don't want here. So I'm going to just cover my whole brush with the product, and the technique I'll be using to conceal everything is just to buff out the product on the skin rather than stamping it on until and unless it's needed. Like I'll show you. You see how I am buffing the concealer rather than just packing it on my skin, so that it covers also and doesn't make my skin look that it has something over it, and also it will feel very light on the skin. You can see the difference on my skin, like this side and this side. So this side is corrected and it still looks like skin. It's not looking like that I have applied a ton of product. So that is exactly what we are going for here. And also it won't transfer. As you can see, I haven't set it yet and still it won't transfer onto anything. And yes, I'll do the other side. So I am back after concealing my face with the concealer, and as you can see, my skin looks really healthy and all even out, and it doesn't look unnatural. And the discoloration which you are seeing right now, like here I haven't applied anything because I didn't need any coverage here, so I will use the powder and just make it even all over. Otherwise I will be using the loose powder after it, which will even out all the areas which are not covered yet. But this is what we have to do related to the foundation or the concealer, nothing more than that. For powder, I will be using a loose powder, and I will tell you the reason why. Because if you use compact, I have seen compact giving you a like dewy finish. After a while it does not stay matte all over, like if you have excessively oily skin or even combination to oily skin, because that's what happens with me when I use it. Wise to use a loose powder rather than a compact powder. And even if you are on the dry skin, like dry to combination, try using a loose powder. For really dry skin people, I would suggest a compact. I guess that do the job for you because you are already using a mattifying primer, so you won't be needing a loose powder because it might look patchy at the end, and we don't want to look dry and crusty in front of our base. So yes, keep that in mind. And now we won't be using any sponge with the powder, and try using a tinted powder like this, so that whatever area which is left without concealer, it covers that and gives you an even tone. And just make sure that you don't have any creases on the face. So I'll just buff it under the eyes because that's where I crease the most, and just load the brush with the powder and just stamp it on. Not exactly baking, but like you are pushing the product into your skin. And just do the pushing powder thing on the areas you tend to get oily a lot, and you can Ignore my bushy brows, which is all out of the place. I still have to go and get them done, but I don't know when I'll go. You might be thinking that I looked a little washed out because I am standing in front of the light, and yes, I do look a little unnatural right now, but I swear that it will all come together once the video is finished. And this will ensure that your makeup stays on your face when you're trying to hug your bae, kiss your bae, and whatever naughty things you are going to do. This, we have a blank canvas and we are going to turn it into a painting like a Picasso. Now moving on to the colors on our face. Try to keep it minimal, because if you put like 100 shades of colors on your face, honey, I am telling you that he's not gonna like it. I know he won't say it in front of you, or if you have a blunt ass boyfriend, he might just say that, what have you done to your face? So try to keep it minimal, like just a hint of it, not like all the colors on your face all at once. So yes, now moving on to the contouring. If you have a very slim face, which I obviously don't have, you can skip on this. You can just use blush. It would look more natural and just look like as if you're blushing from within, which we actually want them to think, but it's just makeup. So yes, I would suggest you to go for a bronzer rather than a true contour, because contour is more on the cool tone gray base side, which guys don't understand. Like, they would literally see it as something is there on your face rather than something which is actually sculpting your face. So yes, it's Valentine's Day, so we are going to do things that our bae likes. Although it's up to you if you want to do it or not, no pressure, but I'm just here giving you tips and tricks if you want to use any of them. Always use a bigger fluffy brush, and stippling brush would be the best option, because you won't be depositing a lot of product. You will be just giving it a wash of color rather than actually drawing lines on your face. How nicely my face is sculpted, and it doesn't look too much, and it will also settle down once I put the setting spray and just make it as one. So moving on to the most important part, which is like not the most important, but a part where a part which guys actually like on our face, and I have noticed this a lot. Like, a lot of guys have complimented me on this. So it's the blush. Yes, you must be wondering how can they like blush, because it is so unnatural thing for a guy to like. So I have actually asked people before filming this video that what do you like and what you don't. So yes, they said that it makes your cheek really look cute and all blushy, and like it like makes your cuteness into 100. So yes, they like blush. So that's why I said previously that you can apply blush only if you have a slim face, and if you don't want the contour or the bronzer on your face, because the blush will do the trick. And now you have to apply the blush while smiling rather than contouring with it, because that will make it look like unnatural. And just apply it just under the eyes, like a finger gap, and that's how we are going to look cute on Valentine's Day. Blush makes us look healthy and like all happy. I guess that's why the guys seem to like it a lot, because they are seeing their girl happy. Even though if we are not, even though we are just jealous of the girl best friend or any girl they are talking to. So I know how it feels. Now we are going to just do our brows. Just make sure that you are not doing it with the brow pomade, something which will make them look drawn on. And you can leave them just like that if you have recently got them threaded. I haven't, and my brows are literally out of place. So all you want to do is just line them, make them neat, and that would be good to go, because I know it frames your face, but trust me, guys don't even notice your brows how they are looking. So right now I am just going to brush them up first, And still, if you want to fill your threaded brows, you can do this trick. See, even brushing them makes them look really nice and neat.
You just need to use a small, you just need to use small strokes.
And that's it. So now that we have done the brows, our face is almost complete. Now we are going on to the eyes, and I'm going to tell you what guys like and what guys don't. So for the eyes, I would suggest you that just go for the tones which are peach and brown based. Don't go for anything shimmer. Like, I haven't even used the highlighter on my face because guys hate when we put any of the shiny things on our face until unless you're going for a fancy ass date, which I know I'll never go on. But still, if you are having a plan which is like a Netflix and chill plan, you don't want anything to be shiny on your face, which he wonders that what the fuck is there on your face. So guys tend to like peaches and brown on the eyes, like to an extent what I have noticed. Like, I am judging this on the basis of the days where I have got a lot of compliments from guys for my eye makeup. So yes, either they like a full-on intense black smoky eyes, or either they like just a little bit of brown on the eyes, a good liner, and loads of mascara. So that's what we are going for today. So I'm using this brown shade mixed with this shade. I'm going to take the lighter shade, this one, and put it on my lid. You can use your fingers, but I have this long ass nail, so if you see the difference, that it has made my eyes look lifted and there is some kind of color going on to my eyes. Now that we are done with our eyeshadow on the upper lid, and now I'm going to use the same color on my lower lash. With the eye makeup, and now we are going back to the face. One more trick to make this base long lasting and transfer proof. Back to our stiff and dense brush if you know what I mean. And I'm going to use this K Beauty matte powder. This is a really nice shade for my complexion if you are somewhere near NC44 to NC45. Like, I'm not sure about the coverage, but it does mattify my face, and it has like really fine powder. So what are we going to do is, first of all, take off all the fallout which we had under the eyes while applying the eyeshadow, and also just touch up on the area getting a little bit oily and which looks a little off, like different color. Like, my neck is looking different color right now, although it is not if you see me in real, but just because I'm standing in front of the light, it is just making it look like that. So it does have a lot of fallout, if you can see. So just stamp it on your skin and just clear out the under eyes and
Make it matte, baby.
back to our eyes. And now we are going to do a liner. And yes, you might be thinking that we are going for all natural look, what guys like and what guys don't. So this came really shocking to me, that guys do like eyeliner which we do on our eyes. Like, even if it's a simple line on our eyes, they really like it because it really brings all the attention to our eyes. And yes, so we don't have to go crazy with the liner. Yes, you can do a wing which complements your eye type. If you have like really big eyes, go for a bold big wing, but if you have small eyes like me, go for a wing liner which defines your eyes rather than making your eyes look small, because we don't want that. We really want those puppy eyes, cute look on our eyes rather than just looking too scary for them. Because when you're up close to your partner, they really see everything on your face, and you don't want anything which is not pleasing to the eyes, because yes, you don't want that. I have done the eyeliner which I know really works for my eyes, and if you don't know what kind of eyeliner really suits your eyes, one trick which you can do is go from thin to thick. Don't go straight away with the thick straight line on the eyes, it won't look good. So just try different shapes and just see which one looks the best. So if you have small eyes like me, I would really recommend you to use a white liner because it actually makes your eyes look like doll eyes. So yes, moving on to the mascara. For a volumizing mascara, oh god, that word is so difficult to speak or say or just pronounce. Go for a mascara which you know that it is waterproof and doesn't smudge and doesn't clump your lashes, because even clumpy lashes can look very weird when watched from this much closeness. So yes, I'm using this Lash Princess mascara, and I know Nykaa doesn't have it, but you can check it out on Myntra. They have recently come out with Essence on their website. So yes, this is cheap and this is really good, so go for this one. So we are done with our lashes and you can see how nice our eyes look. I'm moving on to the most important part of this video and of our face, which is our lips. So you must be wondering, as it is going to be a transfer proof makeup tutorial, I hate to break it to you that there is no such lipstick which is transfer proof, like which will hold on even if you like lip lock, open mouth, or do anything with your lips. Like even kiss proof lipsticks works until like if you kiss like this, not like any other way. Here I am giving you tips that how you can keep your lips plump and still have the little bit of color going even after the whole shebang you have done so that you still look cute after all the things which has happened if you know what I mean. One tip: exfoliate your lips like a bitch. Like, I don't care if you like exfoliating your lips or you don't like to exfoliate your lips, you have to do it, because we don't want any dead skin hanging around on our lips, because it is not a cute look. It is seriously not a cute look. And then drench your lips with the lip balm. Also, one hack: so go for a lip balm which tastes sweet. Yes, you heard me right, which tastes sweet, to just add it all to the game. So I'm using this lip balm from Plum. It is the Candy Melts lip balm and it is in the variant Red Velvet, and it actually tastes and smells like red velvet. It is so tasty, like I swear that your guy gonna love it and more love it on your lips. Yes, so you can see how much I've used it. Like, yes.
Although I have nobody to taste it except me.
I have to keep it for like 2 to 5 minutes. Like you can do your hair, or you can wear your outfit or anything, so that it really is absorbed by your lips. So as your lips are still absorbing the lip balm, in the meanwhile what you can do is apply a lip liner. So I know the lipstick is coming off at the end of the day, but still we can look more polished before getting the things started. To line a little bit, like I'm going to overline a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom. To blend the lip liner. So you see what I'm doing here, that I'm building up the color rather than putting on just one straight away opaque color. We are going to put a lip tint. Yes, a lip tint, but before that you have to blot down your lips with a tissue paper to take out all the extra lip balm which is left, because your lip tint won't tint your lips unless you have like almost nothing on your lips. Blotted down our lips, and no, it is not going to take away the sweetness which was there in your lip balm. It will stay on your lips until it's licked off and kissed off. A lip tint from which brand? Etude House. It is the colorful vivid tint. You can use any lip tint which you have, just make sure that it is long lasting. So just let it sit for a while. I know it is taking a lot of time than you must be expecting, but I swear that it will be worth it. To make it a little faster, you can just dab the product onto your lips, like merge it like this. I've waited for the lip tint to settle down and stay in our lips, and it's time to just blot it down. Nothing. Oh, the most important thing you don't have to do is wear those really thick formulated liquid lipstick. Go for a lipstick, like a liquid lipstick, most preferably, that has very thin formula and stays on for a longer period of time. And even if it doesn't stay on for a longer period of time, it's not a thing to worry, because we have already done our magic. And yes, we just want the color, not the longevity, because it will be anyhow scooped off of us. One option which I can give you is the Signature Rouge lipstick from L'Oreal, and they feel like you're wearing nothing on the lips, and that's the exact feeling you want for this whole tutorial, to feel nothing on your face. Just apply it. Now you have to again use your finger and just merge it to your lips. When you kiss, there is nothing. Your lips still taste sweet, I can tell, because I'm licking my own lips right now. Last but not the least, use a mattifying setting spray so that it seals everything in place. I'm using this Huda Beauty one, although it is not that nice because the fragrance is like too much and it at times burn my eyes, but I still have spent a lot of money on this, so I'm going to use it. Although this really performs well, it actually makes my makeup like sealed in. Your beauty blender and press the setting spray onto your skin. So now we are done with our boyfriend friendly makeup. It's not transferring at all, no matter how much I touch my face. Nothing is coming, and even if he pulls your cheeks, it won't come off. Even if you do the whole shebang, it won't come off. Like, it can come off around the mouth, because if you know what I mean. So yes, otherwise it will stay budge proof throughout. And yes, if you like what you see, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and do leave a comment down below how you like this video, because I tried something new here. And even if you are a guy, leave down a comment of what I said was actually right. And if you have any suggestion, boys, you can actually leave them all down. It will help us girls do our thing in a much better way. So yes, until then, take care, bye bye, love you. Mwah.